Yes, you guys, welcome back. I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Lines CV, and today I'm here to bring you guys a news daily video focused on the latest news coming out in regards to this Ben Chilwell story. Now, of course, before I get into things, I want to get the plugs out of the way first. To start with the first one, if you like today's video, if you're happy with this potential signing as well, then smash that like button. I want to get over 4,000 likes for today's video. And for the second plug, if you are already planning to make any purchases for the new home season kit, away kits, or training gear, I'm your guy, you guys. In the description below, you'll find my affiliate links, and if you use them, you get access to use my discount codes NINI10 to get a further 10% off your order. As I'm stressing you guys, I'm here to hook you up, and without wasting no more time, we start with the first story and the only story, and that's the latest news surrounding what the hell's happening with this Ben Chilwell story. Now, the question is Ben close to finalizing a move with this club? Now, if you asked me this question last night, I would have confidently told you yes, the move is bound to happen and things are really starting to pick up pace. But flash forward just less than 24 hours to the next day and everything is completely different. Now, you know what, you guys? I'll tell you some of the things I was personally hearing myself from last night. I was hearing things such as the fact that Ben has completed his medical on holiday. I was hearing things like a world record fee had been agreed as well. And for that final point I made, this news came from a very reputable and notable Leicester City fan account, and I'm not here to say that they were lying and making things up. All I can tell you guys is that in this industry sometimes, you can get some mad connects, you can even get stuff from players themselves. But if you aren't actually in that table negotiating the deal, then you're not going to know the latest stuff that's actually happening. So it does feel like maybe some misdirections have been sent out, which is typical standard practice. I spoke to you guys about how this stuff works in a previous video, but it does seem like any talks of this deal being wrapped up very, very soon might have been a bit too ambitious at this point in time. Now, as I said, flash forward to the next day and this news is completely different and completely new. So I'm going to tell you guys what I'm hearing. At this point in time, we aren't anywhere near close to finalizing a fee to sign Ben. That's the reality right now. This does make a ton of sense. When I read the reports yesterday suggesting that a world record fee had been agreed, it got me thinking, how does this make any sense? I thought the whole reason why we've taken our time to go for a Ben Chilwell is about timing. It's about buying him for the best price. And as I told you guys before, our maximum limit is up to £50 million. That is the maximum limit, and it wouldn't make any sense that we would just rush things forward and finalize a record fee that's above the 52 million that Man City paid for Mendy and the 68 million that Bayern Munich paid for Hernandez as well. It doesn't make any sense, and if you're asking me, I feel like these are stories and things that are outdated and came out from yesterday. Now, as I told you guys before, there is one player that is absolutely key in getting this Ben deal done, and his name is Emerson. Now, here's reality, you guys. I'm going to paint the picture for you. Let's say that we did sign Ben right now. Before actually selling an Emerson or selling an Alonso, that would mean that we would hold 3 left backs on the club's books right now. So let's say that you're at Inter Milan. Right now, reports are true. It seems like Inter Milan are close to finalizing a move to sign Emerson. But let's say that they know that we've just signed Ben. Inter Milan could easily turn around and be like, listen, we know that you currently have 3 left backs on your books right now. We want to come in and pay 10 million to sign Emerson. This happens time and time again. We've been affected by things like this a lot. That's why we've loaned out so many players we were planning to sell in the first place. At least one of these left backs would have to be sold first before we finalize any move to sign Ben. Now, to get back to some positive talks, it's actually pretty positive that we're hearing anything surrounding this deal and this story. Now, we might not get the cold concrete facts at this point in time. Negotiations are still some part away. However, Ben is the #1 target, as we've known for a while right now. Lampard wants him, the players want him, the coaching staff wants him as well. But as I'm stressing, Emerson has to be sold first before we wrap up any deal to bring Ben here. Now, yesterday Ben released a pretty cryptic tweet. It was literally just an emoji, and in typical social media fan fashion, of course, a big majority have to just let down the fan base by sending abuse, by targeting Ben, saying so many negative comments. And listen, it's okay to not feel like maybe your #1 left back target is gonna come. You guys know that personally, I want Tagliafico to come here. However, if you know there's a massive reality, and I'm saying right now a good 85% that Ben is going to be our left back for next season, what is all this negativity really going to do? Right now it's about support, and it's about accepting the reality that if Frank Lampard wants him, the same Frank Lampard that signed Ziyech, that signed Werner, that's bringing Kai Havertz here, then maybe, just maybe, we can have faith in him because he knows what he's doing, he's known what he's always doing as well, and maybe it's time to get a slice of humble pie and accept the fact that more knowledgeable people understand why this deal has to be done. Now, as I've told you guys in the previous video, here's all the latest news surrounding Ben Chilwell right now. Now, I told you guys previously that Ben has already agreed personal terms with us, which is always a massive positive. And once that happened, you guys, similar to Kai Havertz, all that tells us is that soon a deal and a final fee can be agreed between us and for Leicester City. It's literally the same thing for Kai Havertz too. Right now, of course, Kai knows that he wants to come here. He's told us publicly, he's told Leverkusen as well, he's told the players here too. Kai is destined to come, but right now it's about timing, about keeping that transfer power in the market as well. It's about buying for the best price we want. As I'm stressing, we're the only club that wants to sign Kai, so there's no rush to sign him. Until Leverkusen bow down a bit into our demands, which is the plan from all along, that's when Kai will officially sign, and it seems like things are going to be pretty similar to Ben. Now, I can tell you that based on some reported fees I was hearing, it seems like maybe the 50 million range might be the realistic price that we do sign Ben for, but if that was the case, I'm hearing that there would be tons of clauses inserted in this deal. For example, it would be performance related, like how many international caps Ben gets, how many Premier League appearances he gets, which is the best way to get a deal for Ben done in this manner, because we aren't paying 50 million up front. It could be something that you're paying over many years instead, which makes the player a lot more affordable and a lot more interesting. To continue on, you guys, Leicester City will be forced to sell at least one big player this window. Of course, COVID hasn't helped them out, and due to missing out on UCL football, that was a massive amount of money they missed out on, especially after investing so big at the start of the season. Now, of players like Sionchu and Ndidi, it seems like Ben is the one most likely to leave because, as I said in the previous video, right now there's a ton of great left backs available in the market, and Ben isn't as expendable as those other players. And to end with some other news, you guys, right now Ben is actually back from his holiday. This is a positive because this tells us that acceleration is soon to come. This tells us that this deal should be getting wrapped up pretty soon too. And before I leave, I want to briefly give you guys my thoughts and opinions. Now, I'm going to stress this. When we sign Ben, I feel like we can't use transfer fees behind players against them. Right now we're in a very inflated market. Modern day football is completely different. So a player that's worth 50 million might have been worth 25 million just 10 years ago. I say this because Ben is 23 years old and he isn't a world-class player or the finished article. But that's not the reason why we're signing him. We're signing him because it's clear that Lampard, the coaches, they feel like there's enough attributes in Ben's game to really maximize what he does, to make him a better player and to help take his game to the next level. This happens time and time again. Every world-class player you looked at, they weren't world-class since they made their first team debuts for whatever clubs they play for. It took a lot of hard work, smart coaching, and the right tactics as well to take their game to that next level. I kind of see Ben like a blank canvas in that sense. He does have a lot of great attributes to his game. Incredibly fast, his timing of his runs in the final third, those late arrivals, they are very good too. He is very good aerially, and that's one of the main reasons I think he is being signed over other left back targets, because as I said before, right now, when it comes to defending set pieces, it's a big thing in modern day football. With how teams just focus on playing without the ball these days, it's become even more important that you can maximize your opportunities from set piece situations. So Ben is definitely going to help us out in this area, you guys. But personally, I still feel like we have to sign another left back because Ben is 23 years old and realistically, he can't play a full season at left back by himself. I'm hoping this means that we go on the market again. And what I'm hoping for is that we do a double deal to sign both Onana and tag deal for you guys together. But anyway, you guys, that is going to be me for today. That is the latest news surrounding this Ben Chilwell story. If anything, they are positive signs, but it seems like there are going to be tons of misdirection sent out by the club. No one's going to jeopardize this transfer negotiation whatsoever, and it seems like when things are quiet, that's when we should be more excited about the business and deals getting done, you guys. So on that note, I'm Mini FC. This is Blue Lions TV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos.